Recently, Andrej Karpathy dropped a bombshell post about his wild ride using Claude for coding. Yeah, that AI from Anthropic that's turning heads. He talked about how it supercharged his workflow, making him feel like he was finally catching up to all these agentic tools that are exploding in productivity. And let's be real, the engine powering these beasts? Large language models, or LLMs. They just keep leveling up every single year, getting smarter, faster, and more reliable. But then you've got heavy hitters like Yann LeCun, the former chief scientist of AI at Meta, throwing shade. He's been pounding the table, saying LLMs are fundamentally flawed. They can't truly understand the world like humans do. We need to pivot hard to entirely new AI paradigms if we want real progress. So what's the deal? Are we all in on the wrong bet, dumping billions into LLMs that might hit a brick wall? Or is this just another cycle of hype and doubt in the AI game? Today, we're diving deep into large language models, their explosive progress, the cracks in their foundation, and the massive real-world impact they're already having. We'll unpack the arguments from both sides to help you decide if LLMs are the future or a flashy dead end. Stick around, because by the end, you'll have the tools to form your own take on this trillion-dollar debate. Welcome to the channel, where we cut through the noise on tech that matters. Let's start with the core critique you hear all the time. LLMs are basically glorified autocomplete machines. They predict the next word or token in a sequence based on probabilities crunched from massive data sets. No real thinking involved, just statistical guesswork. Sounds dismissive, right? But to really get this, we need to rewind the clock and see how AI hype has played out before. Picture this. It's the 1950s, and the world is buzzing about artificial intelligence. A New York Times article from 1958 hyped up Frank Rosenblatt's perceptron as the dawn of thinking machines. With enough cash, they claimed, this thing could walk, talk, see, write, and even reproduce itself. Ring any bells? Fast forward to today, and you've got Sam Altman from OpenAI dropping similar vibes, predicting AGI, artificial general intelligence, could hit by 2030. Bold claims, massive investments, and a whole lot of skepticism. Back then, the perceptron was a simple single-layer neural network. It took inputs, like a 20 by 20 pixel image, and adjusted weights to classify outputs. Rosenblatt even suggested these could grasp the physical world around them. The US Navy threw what amounts to about $3 million in today's dollars at it, expecting military miracles. But fast forward to 1969, and Marvin Minsky's book Perceptrons exposed the fatal flaw. These single-layer setups couldn't handle nonlinear problems, like the classic XOR logic gate. In plain English, if the data couldn't be split by a straight line, the perceptron was toast. It couldn't learn complex rules. Multi-layer networks could theoretically fix this, but the backpropagation algorithm we rely on today wasn't invented yet. AI winter set in, funding dried up, and progress stalled for decades. Now, swap that out for modern LLMs, starting their real takeoff around 2018 with models like GPT-2. These beasts process text prompts from users and spit out responses token by token. Investments? We're talking hundreds of billions from VCs, private equity, and the Magnificent Seven tech giants pouring cash into data centers and GPUs. But like the perceptron, LLMs aren't flawless. Hallucinations are the big one. They make stuff up with confidence because they're auto-regressive. That means they're wired to always generate the most probable next token, even if it leads down a rabbit hole of nonsense. We've all seen it. Ask an LLM about a niche fact, and it might weave a plausible tale that's dead wrong. To combat this, we train models to say, "I don't know," when they're out of their depth. And yeah, hallucinations are getting better. Models like GPT-4 or Claude 3.5 are way more accurate than their predecessors. But here's the kicker. This isn't a bug we can fully squash. It's baked into the architecture. Autoregression means the model is always eager to complete your thought, probability by probability. So, no matter how advanced, we'll always need to fact-check. Imagine relying on an AI for your stock trades or medical advice without double-checking. Recipe for disaster. But does that make LLMs useless? Far from it. They're tools, and like any tool, you learn their quirks. Yann LeCun and other purists argue LLMs don't truly understand or learn. They lack an internal world model, no grasp of physics, causality, or real facts versus fiction. Language is just patterns to them, not grounded in reality. We patch this with techniques like retrieval augmented generation, RAG, where models pull from external databases, or fine-tuning on high-quality data. Personally, I think obsessing over whether LLMs learn in a philosophical sense is missing the forest for the trees. Who cares about the dictionary definition of intelligence if these things are cranking out real value? Think about it. You're a developer grinding on code, and suddenly an AI agent like Devin or Cursor handles the boilerplate, letting you focus on the big picture architecture. That's not abstract. That's more time for your side hustle or family. Since agentic AI took off around 2024, benchmarks are evolving to measure practical utility, not just trivia. Take the Meta benchmark. It tests LLMs on tasks with varying time horizons, meaning how complex a job they can nail that a human expert might take hours or days on. Recently, Claude 3.5 Opus hit a 50% success rate on tasks equivalent to 4 hours and 49 minutes of human effort. Clarifying a myth here, this isn't about the AI chugging away for that long. It's about depth. Can it orchestrate a multi-step plan, debug code, or research a topic without derailing? Then there's the GDP-Val benchmark, which quantifies economic value. It asks, how much could this LLM replace or augment jobs across occupations? From software engineering to marketing, it's estimating billions in productivity gains. But benchmarks aren't everything. Jobs aren't just checklists, they're dynamic, creative flows. Still, these metrics show LLMs bridging gaps we thought impossible. Adam D'Angelo, the Quora guy who's on OpenAI's board, pushed back on LeCun's claims. He straight up asked, what specific tasks can't LLMs do? LeCun's response? Stuff like loading and unloading a dishwasher, tasks needing physical interaction and common sense physics. Fair point, but is that the endgame? LLMs aren't embodied, they're text engines. Pair them with robotics, like Figure AI or Boston Dynamics is doing, and suddenly that gap closes. We're already seeing prototypes where LLMs plan movements for robots in simulations. You might be in one camp or the other right now. Pro LLM. Hey, these things are transforming industries. Who cares about philosophy? Let me flip the script. Does it matter if LLMs don't get facts natively, if their outputs crush it in the real world? We're talking agents that automate customer service, generate marketing copy, or even draft legal docs with 90% accuracy. The value? Trillions in economic impact projected by firms like McKinsey. And sure, humans use 5 senses to ground our knowledge, but language is our abstraction layer. LLMs ingest petabytes of it, books, code, articles, and synthesize insights we couldn't dream of manually. But let's not sugarcoat. Blind spots exist. LLMs struggle with novel physics or edge cases outside their training data. Language describes the world, but doesn't simulate it. That's why alternatives like world models, AI that builds internal simulations of reality, are gaining traction. Think Tesla's full self-driving or DeepMind's work on video prediction. These could complement LLMs, handling the how things move, while LLMs tackle the why and what. Funding skewed toward LLMs because the ROI is immediate. ChatGPT hit 100 million users faster than any app ever. But smart money's diversifying. Meta's investing in hybrid approaches, and startups are popping up with neurosymbolic AI that blends stats with rules-based logic. From where I sit, ignoring LLMs would be nuts. The use cases are endless. Personalized education, where an AI tutor adapts to your style. Creative brainstorming for your next startup pitch. Even mental health chatbots providing 24/7 support. And as we hit scaling limits, more data, bigger models, what about fine-tuning? Teach an LLM your company's playbook and it becomes a custom powerhouse. Agents layering on top, like AutoGPT or LangChain setups, turn raw models into autonomous workers. What if LLMs do plateau? We've got contingencies, but right now, the momentum's unstoppable. Billions in CapEx from Amazon, Google, Microsoft. They're not betting on hype, they're seeing results. So, circling back, are we on the wrong horse? Nah. LLMs are the thoroughbred leading the pack, even if we need side bets on other architectures. The real question for you, how are you leveraging this tech today? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do LLMs understand enough, or is LeCun onto something? If this sparked ideas, smash that like button. Subscribe for more deep dives on AI that cuts through the fluff, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching. Let's keep pushing the boundaries.